So students, today we start with chapter motion in straight line. First we see here what is the aim or objective of this chapter. So in this chapter, first we discuss about motion and rest. Second, we discuss about how to represent position, distance, displacement, speed, velocity, physical quantity. Third one, we have to represent graphically representation of speed, velocity with respect to time. And fourth one, Newton's equation of motion under numerical method or graphical method. So all the four topics we have to complete in this video. So first we start with here motion and rest. So motion means here when an object change of its position with respect to time, then it is said to be in motion. Okay, for example, if a person is moving on a road, okay, so what we see in this situation, time is to be increased, and with respect to time, position of the person is also changed. So motion means here change of position of an object with respect to time. This is called here motion. Second, we come to rest word. So motion and rest word are in simultaneously, just opposed, relative to each other. Rest means if position of an object do not change, so if the position of an object do not change with respect to time, then this is called here rest. So in our nature, so many objects what we see are in the situation of rest because their position not to be changed with respect to time. So motion and rest, both two words are related to each other. Okay. Next we come to here. Motions can be categorized in three broadly part. Motion in one dimension, motion in two dimension, motion in three dimension. So motion in one dimension, motion is in two dimension, and motion is in three dimension. So as we all know, there are three axes, we can say three coordinates, x, y and z. So we have here three coordinates with respect to origin, x, y and z. with respect to x, I is here position vector. Similarly for y, j is to be position vector, and for j, z, k is to be position vector. So motion in one dimension means if an object move either along x-axis or y-axis or z-axis, then motion is said to be one dimension. That means out of three, only one coordinate is required. So out of three, only one coordinate is to be required to specify the position of an object. Similarly, if we talk about two dimension, so in two dimension, maybe the pair of xy, yz or z-axis. So out of three, only two coordinate is to be required. Maybe xy, maybe yz or z with x. So only we require two. If we talk about three dimension, so all the three so if all the three coordinates are required to specify the position, then it is called here three-dimensional motion. Okay. So as per the situation, we easily define motion is to be one dimensional, two dimensional or three dimensional. Okay. Next we take the concept of position, how to define the position of an object. So position vector is to be defined by r along with vector sign, and for the position of object we define where is the position in one dimensional, two dimensional or three dimensional. For example, this is here three dimensional system. In 3D, suppose this is the position of object P x y. So when the position of this P point is to be specified along x and y, only two axes. So what we see, x unit vector is I cap, for y it is for j cap, and origin is to be defined by here O. So r is to be represented by x with I cap, y with j cap in 2D. Similarly, r is equals to xi plus yj plus zk in 3-dimensional. So this is the way to define position vector of any object during the motion. Next we come to one interesting topic is here, distance and displacement. So we have here two physical quantity, distance and displacement. So first of all we see here what is distance, how to define distance in our daily life. So distance means actual path actual path covered by the object during the time interval. This is called here distance. For example, if a person or a vehicle is moving on a road. So if suppose it moves along the x direction, say 5 meter. So this define here distance. A 5 meter distance is to be traveled by a person. Next we come to displacement. On the other hand, the shortest distance covered by the object between initial and final position. So the shortest distance covered by the object between initial and final point, this is called here displacement. For example, in a semicircular ground, an object starts from point A and finally it comes to point C. So for A to C, we have to find here displacement. So as per the definition, the shortest distance covered by the object. So what we see from A to C, this is one of the way to go, A to C. Similarly, second way is here along the diameter. So obviously diameter is to be shortest between initial and final. So if suppose A2 diameter is here 7 meter. So obviously 7 plus 7. So it is here 14 meter. So this is the displacement. But if we talk about the distance, so distance means actual path. So this is the actual path covered by the object from A to C point. So this is here half of circumference of circle. So 2 pi r, and this factor is to be divided by 2. So 2 to 2 cancel out. Pi is here 22 by 7 and here radius is to be given 7. So 7 and 7 here cancel out. We get here 22 meter. So one more result we have to conclude from here. If we compare the distance and displacement, so distance factor is always greater than the displacement. So this is one of the difference between them. Displacement is greater or equal to distance. Okay. Similarly, displacement may be positive, negative, or zero. So, secondly, displacement may be positive, may be negative, or zero. It depends on the situation. And if we talk about the similarity, so distance and displacement both have same unit. Either we take meter, centimeter, kilometer. So this is one similarity between distance and displacement. Next we come to other physical quantity, speed, and similarly velocity. So we have here two terms, speed and velocity. Speed is to be defined by distance upon time, and velocity is to be defined by displacement upon time. So when an object travels a distance for a time interval, it is counted in terms of speed, and when we assign the direction with distance, so it is counted in velocity. If we talk about the unit part, so distance is in meter and time is in second. So meter per second is the unit for both speed and velocity. So unit is here meter per second. Okay. Next we come to how many types of speed. So we talk about the types. So first is here uniform speed. Second is here non-uniform speed. Third one is here average speed, and fourth one is here so we have here four types of speed. Uniform speed means here when an object travels equal distance in equal time interval, then speed is to be said to be uniform. So in uniform speed, equal distance in equal time. Okay. Similarly, we talk about non-uniform. That means there is no uniformity during the motion. So here object travels unequal distance in equal time interval. That means time is to move accordingly, but there is some fluctuation in distance part. And average means here total distance divided by total time. How much distance is to be traveled by the object, and this is to be divided by total time interval, to motion and fro motion. Instant. Instantaneous means here instant speed. We will talk about a particular time. For example, during 2-hour journey, if someone asks what is the speed at 5th second, 10th second, 12th second, so this is counted instantaneous speed. Similarly, we define the velocity. So again we have, like speed, we have four types. Number one is uniform. Second is here non-uniform. Third is here average, and fourth one is here instant. Again, the only difference is distance what is to be replaced by displacement. That means when an object travels equal displacement in equal interval of time, so it is said to be uniform velocity. And if we plot the graph for uniform motion for both either speed or velocity, so time versus speed or velocity, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, time is in seconds and speed or velocity is in meter. So suppose for 1 second speed is here 2 meter. Similarly for next 1 meter, now speed is further increased by same amount 2, so it is 4, then it is 6. So what we see here, equal distance, or we can say equal displacement in equal interval of time. So distance, or we can say displacement. So when we draw one line. So it is here straight line. That means for uniform speed or uniform velocity, whenever we plot the graph, it is straight line. And this straight line graph indicate that motion is to be uniform. It depends on distance and displacement. It may be speed or velocity. Similarly, when we plot the graph for non-uniform motion, so graph is to be somehow increase or decrease. So this indicate here non-uniform motion. Thank you.